There's so much going on in the world right now, and for parents or grandparents, it often means trying to explain complicated issues like racism to little kids. But now some well-known kids brands are trying to help. Sesame Street will air a half-hour anti-racism special called The Power of We, with the message that racism hurts and it is wrong. It'll feature skits and songs in a Zoom-like format and streams later this month on HBO Max. Now, that's not the only one. In fact, Barbie is sitting down to have a tough conversation about racism with her friend Nikki. Check out this clip from her latest vlog.
Barbie and I had a sticker selling contest on the beach last month. We split up and went different directions to see who could sell the most. Well, while I was on the boardwalk, beach security stopped me 3 times.
What?
They asked me all these questions over and over, and they even called my mom. I never told you, but that's why I sold a few stickers that day. The security officers thought I was doing something bad, even though I was doing exactly what you were doing. Usually, when I talk about these things, people make excuses. People did these things to me because I was black, and they made the wrong assumptions about me.
And they don't make those assumptions about white people like me.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. And I say that in a good way as a parent. Erica, would you show these to your nieces, nephews, to your kids one day? How do you feel about brands trying to teach kids these topics? Do you believe it'll help?
I do believe that it'll help, because I think especially as children, when you experience different things that are racially charged or insensitive, it's very difficult for you to process. I remember when I was in the 3rd grade, I was in Girl Scouts, and I was one of 2 black girls in a troop of about 20 to 25 girls. And we were all out at a park, and we had taken the sticks, like we burned the sticks in the fire, and we did like the, you know, EC heart, you know, type thing that kids do on the pavement with the soot. And one of the scout leaders said to me, although there were a few other girls around, like, she accused me of vandalism and graffitiing and said that we don't do that here. But she didn't address any of the other girls who I was with. And it's very difficult to process why you're being called out or singled out in that moment. And also for the other girls to understand that, like, I didn't do anything worse than what they did, and they should have had equal reprimand, but they didn't. So I think it is important to meet kids where they are to explain what's happening in that moment.
Yeah, Erica, I think there needs to be training, whether it's, I hope it's not, you know, conscious, because, I mean, that's a whole nother situation when it comes to hiring specific teachers. Yep. But training, perhaps it being a bias, just like we see with nurses in the medical field, on how there is a mistreatment of patients that are of color. But then going back to your point, I just recently read the statistic that I believe young children of color are disciplined in school, doing the same thing, whether they're getting up to go sharpen their pencil when they're not supposed to, or talking while the teacher is speaking, that they get disciplined almost 3 times more than children who are non-black.
Wow.
So
good for Barbie. Different Barbie than when I grew up with. I didn't know she had a vlog, but also, like, way to be right out honest and say it's because I was black. I was pretty taken by that, and I love Sesame Street.
Yeah, and I want Sophie to watch this.
Yeah, of course she should.
I really do. You know, luckily there's a lot of really cool cartoons nowadays. They don't tackle specifically racism, and I'm loving that this does, but at least I see her watching, like, very diverse characters, and I really am appreciative of that. But hey, they did not mince words here.
No, and Barbie went there.
And we can't when it comes to racism. So let's hopefully teach our future generation to be much more inclusive. Okay, Erica, don't go away. Coming up, brand new charges, that's right, have been filed in Megan Thee Stallion.